Hey everybody, welcome back. I finally got the Olds Calais finished and I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, of course, just like anything most people build probably, you know what's wrong with it and you know your flaws, but you know you're overall happy anyway, which I am. I mean, I started on this I believe it was early October. So this is almost a year's worth of work between making the body, which I used a 90 Mercury Cougar and an 83 Olds Cutlass, and I just kept. Oh, and I think I used a roof from a Beretta, and I just kept cutting and gluing and shortening and narrowing and bondoing until I finally got what I thought looked like an Olds Calais. Because there's never been a body made like for these as far as I know, and I've wanted to build this car for at least 10 years, and I looked all the time for a body and could never find anything. No kits, no promos, no 3D printed. I mean, maybe now somebody would 3D print one, but I never saw one before. So what I did after I got the body finished, I made a mold and cast my own out of resin because I was figuring the bodywork might not hold up, long term on the finished car. So it was a lot. It was overkill probably, but it's what I wanted to do. So let me spin it around here and show a couple details, and then I'll put the pieces back together. Oh, and I used the grill is actually part of a 40 Willys grill. There's parking lights. I put chrome paint in first, and then about 3 coats of Tamiya clear orange, and I think they looked pretty good. They came out nice. I made throttle linkage, put fuel lines on, wire separators on the plug wires, dry sump hoses back to the oil pan and pump. A lot of this stuff you can't see, or it's really hard to see. That fuel line running from the back of the car up. You get seat belts in there. Don't know, I'm gonna see if I can tilt the camera up, but there's a parachute lever right. Well, I can't put my finger in there, but you can see it up on the roll cage. There's a parachute lever which actually pivots. Doesn't pull a cable, obviously, but it does pivot a little bit. And that cable runs through the car out to the back to the parachute. Whoop, sorry about the camera work here. I'm trying to hold this and do it one-handed because I'm not using my tripod for this. Whoop. Another little mishap. And we got the MSD stuff in there. And like I said about the parachute cable, the release cable, there it is coming through the back end. I just made this master disconnect switch for the battery. That was my final touch today, and connected them to the battery. In reality, it probably shouldn't be that close to the fuel cell, but there's nothing I could do about that. It was a late addition. I forgot about the switch and just decided to add it. And let's try to go around one more time to the other side, and then I'll put it all together. You can see the magnets there, here and here. They're for the front end, and you can see there's also magnets inside. And there's little forks here. They go over top of that front cross piece and locate everything exactly where it, the same position every time. And there's a magnet in the door jamb there. And there's also, I don't know if it's going to show up, but there's a magnet in the door also. I think there's too many things for the camera to focus on. But anyway, yeah, you can see it right there. There's a magnet in the door. So it locates everything exactly the same spot every time. And I had wanted to do a window net hanging down, and I just can't find anything. So if I do find something later, I can add it. It's not going to be a big, excuse me, a big deal. But for now, it's going to be without a window net. Oh, sorry about the cough. And the spoiler there I made, I couldn't find anything in my stash that looked like the real one, so I just whipped one up out of sheet plastic. So I'm going to pause the camera now and put this thing back together. I'll be right back. Okay, it's back together. You can see I added the photo etch Zeus fasteners on the hood, and also have some on the deck lid there and around the back. If you can see them, yeah, I guess you can see them on the back. I guess I pretty much showed all the details with it in pieces. The only thing I'm not happy with is the doors don't open very far, because I wanted to keep the gaps tight here so you can't open the doors much, but it's the first time I made hinges and cut doors out, and if I really want them wide open, I can slide the front end forward a little bit or take it off, but it's only going to sit on the shelf, everything closed up. I just wanted to do this kind of to test myself, see if I'd be able to do it. And I will do that again on some other cars I build. Probably I'll cut doors out and hinge them, because I think it's neat, it's fun, but you really don't see it when it sits on the shelf. But I'm real happy with it. This is probably my best work, and I don't know that I'll ever have, as many details on anything else I build. But this, for some reason, this car has been in my head for, like I said, about 10 years that I wanted to build it. So I wanted to really, push myself and do everything I thought I could possibly do. And I think it worked out pretty good. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to add pictures of the body process of building the body. I'll put them on here in the end, so in case anybody's interested in what I went through to make this. So thanks for watching, and hope you all like it, and I'll see you next time. I'm putting in a late addition to this video, see if I can edit it in either on the end or in the middle somewhere, I'm not sure. But anyway, I need to know what you guys think. I kind of think this body looks too short in the doors. It kind of sucks when you're so excited about something and so proud of it, and the more you look at it, you're not so sure you're proud of it anymore, because you don't think it looks right. And some angles I think it's okay, other angles I look at it, I think the door's too short. Now these Calais had the same wheelbase as a Chevy Beretta, so that's what I made this off of. I used a Chevy Beretta model body, or promo body, 25th scale, same as this, and I matched up the wheelbase with it. And even before I had paint on it, I thought it looked really good. But it seems like after it's been painted, it just doesn't look right to me. So I was even holding off on putting this video out because I was not happy with it. It's bad when you go from being happy to not happy on something you worked so long on and hard. But I need to know what other people think. Maybe it's just my imagination. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you think it looks okay or you think it looks too short. But in the meantime, I kind of went crazy and I took some more bodies, and I'll show you what I was doing here. Not saying I'm going to change anything. It was just an experiment to see what it would look like. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. But I took two bodies apart, cut them apart. I got a pin in there to locate this. So I don't know if I can get that in while the camera's on. Yeah, let me pause it. Okay, turns out I had to tape it on the roof to keep it together. But as you can see, I lengthened it. Just took a body and lengthened it. If I can. It's not by much. You can kind of tell by the window area though that it is longer. It's probably 1/4 of an inch. Let's see what the... Can't really see how the wheelbase would match. I mean, it would have to be off because it's longer. So anyway, I don't go to any contests because there is none in Thailand here. No shows or anything. It's going to sit on my shelf, but kind of like showing it off on the internet. And now I'm just not so proud of it. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know if I'm going to do anything, continue with this. It was just an experiment because I had some extra bodies. Just wanted to see if I could lengthen it. Alright, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching.